Hello everyone, this is Ryan here, and today I'm going to be doing another Mineplex staff interview, and today I'm here with the admin EmmaLie, so if you'd like to introduce yourself, that'd be awesome.
Hey guys, I'm EmmaLie, also known as EmmaLie here at Mineplex, and I'm currently the admin of community management and events class.
Awesome, and have you had every rank on Mineplex from like trainee through admin?
Yeah, I was trainee, got accepted trainee in November 2016. Had that for 2 months, and I got promoted to mod in January. And I was mod for like around 5 months, I think. And when applications came out for community management, I applied and got accepted, so I was a senior moderator, and I was a senior moderator for around, I think it's like a year and a half before I got mini admin. So technically I was a mini admin before admin, and I had that position for around 4 months before I got admin.
Awesome.
So,
And would you which role do you think was the most fun for you?
oh, between comm and event squad?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so difficult because like both teams are so fun in their own different ways, but I kind of have to give it to Event Squad for that one because it's a lot of community interaction and playing with the player. It's just really fun getting to know everybody in the community, and hosting these events for them is super important to us because it allows us to create a bond we wouldn't have without them. So.
Yeah, for sure. And what drove you to join the Mineplex staff team and then go from the lowest staff rank on the server all the way up to one of the highest?
I think it kind of started from my passion about the server itself. I started playing in around 2013, and as a community member, I kind of felt like my voice wasn't heard. And I wanted to go for staff to try and change that, and luckily I've been able to pursue community management, listening to our players and giving them a voice to express themselves and be listened to. So yeah, I think it definitely comes from my passion for wanting to be heard and wanting others to be heard as well.
Yeah, for sure. And what would you say, in Mineplex wise, is the day in the life of Emma?
Oh, for me, it really depends on each day, because like the amount of work I do can vary because there's so many teams that I'm supervising. Like sometimes I'll like have an event one day. Sometimes I'll have to be processing like ideas and feedback the other. It really changes up like every single day. But I think I could say that I probably work like around 3 to 4 hours a day. I guess that's just like normal times for me. So I like wake up, do some stuff around the house, make sure my siblings are good and in school, and then like it's Mineplex time, and I just get on and do whatever that needs to be done.
Awesome.
So.
All right. Would you say do you have any like close friends on Mineplex or connections that you've made through the server?
Oh, definitely. I mean, most of my like best friends that I met through Minecraft, I wouldn't have met without Mineplex. A lot of my senior mods are some of my best friends, and I got to get to know a lot of the admins and become friends with them as well. So yeah, definitely wouldn't have all those relationships without the server. So I'm really grateful.
Have you ever been to any Minecons and met any of the other Mineplex staff members?
Unfortunately, no. But if there is one in the future, I definitely want to go, because I think it would just be such like a pleasure to get to know people outside of the internet.
Yeah. What do you see yourself doing in the future as if you can share anything on Mineplex?
I don't know if I can share like too much. Like, I guess I've like kind of like got to the point where I wanted to be here, which was doing all of my stuff for the community and for our players. So community management and event squad are like the big things that, and I'll continue to be all of that probably forever. Like
Yeah.
I don't plan on leaving. I've grown with this server, and I want to continue to grow here. And
So this might be the hardest question I have to ask you today, but what do you think your favorite event is in Mineplex?
Honestly, like that's so difficult to like choose between just one favorite. Although I do have like multiple. I do think Staff versus Community is probably one of the most fun events we put on for the players every week because it allows our staff team to interact with them on a more personal level, and I really enjoy like the Discord calls that we do with them because it's just fun times with everybody. Um, I also really enjoy our storytime events, which have become like kind of a community favorite because all of the stories are like created by the event hosts, and we take community input as well for that. And yeah, I think those are like the two main ones for me.
Yeah. So do you think, or have you had any funny experiences? Having the red admin tag in like the lobbies or anything like that? Any funny like player comments or interactions?
Oh yeah, definitely. There's one like really embarrassing one that comes to mind. I don't know if I should tell that, but let's just say I may have messaged a YouTuber by accident because I was moderating for them as a streams team member. And that was just really awkward. So, but for players, I think like the main question like I always get is like, are you actually a girl? And like people like comment about that all the time, and it leads to some funny moments, and especially lobby one because lobby one, the people in there are very enthusiastic. And
Yeah, for sure.
very active as well.
Yeah. But you probably don't have as much time to be doing this now that you're an admin. But if you had to choose a mini game, like just to sit down and play on Mineplex, what would that go-to mini game be for you?
Oh well, I still play all the time.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I love playing, especially in events. If we're talking mixed arcade, Runner is definitely my favorite. I don't know why. It's just a very easy game to just chill out and relax to. And I used to like grind that game like so much back in the day. I also really enjoyed Dragon Escape. That's a big one. But outside of that, probably Sky Wars. I really like Sky Wars.
Yeah, I like Savers too. So how did it feel when you got promoted to admin when you were a senior mod?
Well, okay, so my experience is probably a little different because I started off as a mini admin. For mini admin, I was definitely shocked because I was just kind of confused as to why they would want me. But, obviously, it's a very exciting time and can also be really chaotic and overwhelming, but in a good way. I just remember just like kind of screaming because like that's just it. I never thought that I would ever get to this point, and to be able to like do more for our community at this level is just like really rewarding, and I'm really grateful for everything that has happened. I guess like admin, like as a mini admin, it's pretty much just admin without the red tag.
Yeah.
So like I kind of like expected it to happen at some point. I just didn't know when. But yeah, still very exciting though.
Yeah, for sure. So my final question for you today is going to be, do you have any tips for senior mods who might someday want to be an admin, or just for players who would like to get more involved in the community, the ideas team, being a trainee, anything like that?
Oh yeah, well if we're talking ideas team, definitely like participate in discussions on the forums. We have an entire section just dedicated to ideas. And if you participate in the ideas discussion threads, then like that is really benefiting our community because we want to hear from more people than like less. You know what I mean? If we're talking about like tips for maybe like possibly getting to a lead or admin position, I guess like dedication and hard work and time putting into your teams, like that's like a really big one. Although I wouldn't recommend like going into the teams expecting to like get to that point, because if you're just like going for the role and not like the work, like I feel like it probably means that like you shouldn't really be in that position, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah.
Well, awesome. I really appreciate you taking some time out of your busy day to do this, and I believe everyone else would appreciate that as well. So, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to show EmmaLie some love on the forums or on Discord or in-game, wherever you see her. And I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and have a good rest of your day.